Hi guys, I hope you're doing good. It's been a while. I hope today's topic will make up for the times that we haven't been able to do this. Obviously, we talk about things that affect us as adults, as we are growing up, and we are trying to improve ourselves, be better versions of ourselves. Because I want you to look back at yourself and be like, I did good. I am proud of me. Yeah. So that's why I hope you are getting something out of this. And so before we move on, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are notified when something comes up. And don't forget to like this video. I am loved by the God of all. I am loved. Yes, I am loved. So today we'll be talking about living in the moment. There's a phrase I know, carpe diem. It means seizing the moment, like take the moment and go with it. What comes to your mind when you think about living in the moment? So when you are living in the moment, it means your mind, your heart, your emotions, and physically you are present. You can be able to recognize things around you, like you are completely aware of your environment, everything that's happening. If something needs to be changed, you are cognizant of that. You are aware, completely aware. Simply that's what it is. And of course it has its benefits. There are ways you can actively live in the moment, and we'll be looking at that in a few minutes. I want to point out that we have the past, we have the now, and we have the future. So when you are living in the moment, it means you are living in the now. You can feel everything that is happening around you at that particular time. There's no other time by day that we have. We have just this is what we have, and this is what you work with, because you can't teleport and go to the future and you act and do the things that you'd want to find there, and then now come back to this time, or go back to your past and try and change things. Physically you cannot be present. So living in the now is what really counts, because everything about you is present, including yourself. Physically you are here. And a lot is missed, by the way, when we are caught up in two different worlds. You miss a lot of things if you are too focused on your past, on the things maybe you didn't achieve, or something that went wrong that you didn't hope for it to go like that. When you spend a lot of time thinking about this past, or fascinate, or fantasizing about the future, it's so easy to get caught up in that place, because in your mind everything, the picture is so nice, it's so perfect. You just want to live there. And when you miss out on what is here now, what you are physically experiencing, you miss out on a lot. You lose touch with reality. And reality doesn't exist outside of now. It doesn't exist in your past, it doesn't exist in your future. Reality is now. So I don't know whether you've heard people say, they have lost touch with reality. It's because probably they are so caught up in their minds, they are living in their minds. And so now they can't even tell what's happening now by day. What's happening? You've been in places where maybe you're talking to someone and you can clearly see that their minds have drifted and they are not there with you. That is losing touch with reality. Or these people who are caught up in thinking about their future, and they are painting this awesome picture, and there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously it's good to have visions for yourself, but if that is all you'll be doing, it means now reality inakupita, just going by. You can't put a finger on what is happening now. Yeah, so that is what it is to lose touch with reality, and that happens when you are not living in the now. You've heard this phrase, sisi ndio tuko. Sasa the now is what we have. It's what we have to work with. So how then do you benefit from living in the moment? The first thing obviously is better relationships, because you can easily tell when someone is not paying attention to you, and the reason that this could happen is maybe this person has a lot of baggage, or a lot of things that they are trying to sort from their past, or they are trying to figure out how will this thing turn out. Their minds are not fully there. So they could be there, yes, physically, but you can clearly see that they are not there with you, you know, even from the responses they give, from how they interact with you during the conversation. And we talked about communication. You can always go back and look at it. Yeah, we did a whole video on communication, how to be a better communicator. So better relationships, you know, if you are the kind of person who is always zoning out when your friend is talking to you, or when someone is trying to share something you know, emotional or personal with you, and you're always zoning out, obviously this person will not look forward to talking to you anymore. You know, that's just how it goes. Those are the rules, the unspoken rules, and you don't have to hear it all the time. So you have to be physically, emotionally, you know, mentally there when someone is sharing something with you. And it doesn't only mean sharing. You could be doing an activity together with people, and if you are all physically there, you are like, your energy, your vibes are all focused on that thing that you are doing. Obviously you build connections, you begin even to form relationships that could go for a long period of time, and yeah, they could be lifelong friends, people that you interacted with and you really felt the chemistry because you were not caught up in two different places. You are all there, you are all there. So you build better relationships. The other thing is your health improves. You guys, your health improves when you are living in the moment, because when you are caught up in these places, the past, the future, we've established those are the times that you are dealing with, the past, the future, the now. When you are caught up in these two other places, chances are your mind is racing, you are anxious about something, you are trying to you know, put everything in order, and you know, there's a lot that goes into that. Actually, your mind overworks when you're not experiencing what you should be experiencing right now. And when this is happening, you become anxious, you know, and this is where heart problems start to come in. I know it sounds a little overboard and exaggerated, but that's how it works, you guys. So living in the moment could really save you a lot of anxieties and worries, you know. So just try it. It's hard sometimes, especially when you have to think about something that you didn't achieve, or you know, all these things you're trying to accomplish. When you're trying to think about all that, then the moment can easily pass you by. And of course we deal with that, but we have to find a balance, you know, a good balance in between. The other benefit that really excites me about living in the moment is you are able to take care of your past and your future. It sounds a little complicated, but this is how it works. When you are living in the moment, let's take a time frame. Let's take a week, for example, some weekdays. We have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. If today is Monday, obviously tomorrow, which is Tuesday, will be a future. Now when you get to Tuesday, Monday will be a past already, right? And Wednesday now will be our new future. You can break it down even to hours, you know. If right now it's 2 p.m, it means 1 p.m is a past, it means 3 p.m is a future. So just reason in those lines, okay? So when you take care, when you are living in the moment, you are taking care now of your past and your future. This is what I mean. If you do something today and you are fully present, if you are engaging in an activity right now and your mind, your energy, everything is focused on that thing, when it becomes now a past, you'll be like, wow, actually I am proud of myself, you know. You won't have regrets that comes with it. Yeah, that's what it means. And same thing applies to your future. If you are doing something now that could affect you tomorrow, obviously you'll have first of all to think ahead and see, what do I need to do now? But don't stay there. Don't now keep fantasizing. You know, you have to come back now and act, because you can't, as we established earlier, you can't act, you know, in your future. You can't be physically present there. You think about it, yes, but now bring it to reality so that you actionalize it so that now you bring it to action, you know. Yeah, so now when you take care of your future, when you think, you've now envisioned something, you've brought it here, now you're working on it. When it comes now to tomorrow, you'll have sorted it out so perfectly. You'll have now more time even to deal with other things that come your way. You will not have a lot on your plate. I hope it makes sense. So there's a lot that is sorted when you are living in the moment, you know. You don't have to postpone things that you could have done today, because everything you have, your mind, your energy, your physically, everything is focused on doing that thing at that particular time. Okay, so those are just the 3 benefits that I think are easy and interesting for us to learn. How then can you live in the moment? Yes, we've said you benefit in these ways, but how can you do it? The first and most critical thing is avoid dwelling in your past accomplishments. My God, this is something that is so real, you people. There are people who are so caught up in the things they did, they don't want to imagine. Okay, it could be by their accomplishments or failures. Let's not just limit it to the good things. There are people who are so caught up in the things they achieved, and they're always sharing it out with you. If they meet even strangers, they're always telling them, by the way, this and this happened, I was the best in this, I did this and this. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that, because it's an accomplishment. But if you have to dwell on it day in, day out, it means then today there's nothing good you've done that is worth talking about, right? That is the only conclusion. So avoid dwelling in your past accomplishments and your failures. Okay. The other thing is worrying. Worrying is part of us as humans, and I guess there's no way we can separate ourselves from worrying. But this is what the Word of God says. There's none of you by worrying. Actually, these are the words of Jesus himself. If there's none of you by worrying, it says, none of you by worrying. Yes, none of you by worrying can add a single hour to their lives. And there's another version that says, there's none of you by worrying who can add a cubit to their height. Imagine, you can't do any of those things if you worry, right? And obviously, we are always worried about the 2 times that we talked about, the past and the future. Those times, those are the things that bring worry to us. If you are focused on the now, for example, it's a job that you are looking for, and this is what is worrying you. Of course, you can think ahead and be like, what do I need to do? I need to maybe think of the easiest thing. You could wash clothes for someone and get money. You could do what? You could babysit and get money. You could do online jobs, and of late there are so many things that you can do to get money, right? But now, if you are worrying too much about something and you are not thinking about the actionable steps to get there, you'll be caught up in that place. You'll stay there for some time. I promise you that, and it's not a place you want to be. Okay, so do not worry much. We can't separate ourselves from that, but try and figure out what steps now can I take. Now that I have known I need a job, what can I do about it? Okay, so there's that. Don't worry. Stop worrying a lot. The other thing is understanding that you can't use yesterday's solutions to solve today's problems. Problems are always changing. They are coming with new dynamics, and the only way out of it is being innovative. And innovation cannot come when you are using problems solutions. These are how many years back. You have to be fully here. You have to think in the moment, how can I sort this issue out? I'll give the example of a calculator. Back in the days, probably they were just using their they were counting sticks or using their fingers and all these kind of things. But now the calculator came and it sorted things, it made things easier. You cannot be the one who is stuck on using sticks to calculate, right? It's even a waste of time. So my point is this: you have to be very innovative with your solutions, so that you are living in the moment, so that even you jog your mind, how can I do this now? If something comes up in the heat of the moment, how can I sort it out? And if you are always referring back to the things, the solutions that you used, to not even spark that creative mind. The other way you can live in the moment is by loving your job. And by job, I don't mean like an 8 to 5 or something that is structured. You could be a person who paints. You could be, I'm not saying nothing is bad, any kind of job, anything that brings money to you, as long as it's legal and you are okay with it. As your job, do you love your job? Do you love what you're doing? Have you had people who are like, I can't wait for Friday, I can't wait for this week to end, my job is stressing me up? If it's stressing you up, it's very hard for you to enjoy everything that you are doing. It's very hard for you to to just be effective even in your work, because your mind is always thinking, future. I can't wait for Friday. I can't wait, to get a new job. And some of the ways that you can do this, some of the ways that you can love your job, is just trying and bringing aspects of yourself into that space that will make you look forward to working there or doing that particular job. So you can bring in aspects of yourself. Maybe if it's music that you love and it helps you pass time, then do it. Listen to music as you work so that you can fully focus on what is ahead of you. Or now, the other alternative is changing jobs. If you need to change your job for your peace of mind, for you to enjoy what you're doing, by all means, please do it. And our last way to live in the moment is, yes, allow yourself to dream, but do not get caught up in that place. Your work is now. Like, you can't work in the future. We've already established that. You can't move yourself to ahead and work. Ukifika hapo you find everything is ready for you. That's impossible. The work is done in the now. Yes, allow your mind to think, allow your mind to envision these good things for yourself, but please always come back and do the actions now. That is how you live in the moment. Okay, you can't, I don't know even how to I don't know what else to add to that. I hope it's helpful and you picked something out of it. Yes, let's practice living in the moment. Tell me what point stood out for you, and are you practicing living in the moment? Is it something new that you've learned? Let me know by commenting. And yeah, I've enjoyed talking to you. Have an awesome week ahead, and yeah, remember to subscribe and all those nice things. Bye.